Okay, pre-K, are you ready for a game of Guess My Rule? I'm going to start with two shapes. See if you can figure out the rule. And I'm going to add a third shape to see if your idea of the rule changes. And then I'll add a fourth shape. And after the fourth shape, I will reveal my rule. Are you ready? Okay. What is my rule? Okay, you ready for the next one? What's my rule? What do all three of these have in common? You notice they're all thick? All right, let's see if you're right, if that's my rule. I'm going to add one more. What's my rule? My rule is they have to be thick. Okay, you ready for another one? So we have a thin yellow circle, big. Okay, that's my first shape. Here is my next shape. It is a little, thick, yellow rectangle. What do you think my rule is? Okay, keep that rule in your head. See if the next shape applies to your rule. A big, thick, yellow circle. What's my rule, pre-K? You think they have to be yellow? All right, I'm going to add one more shape. See if you can figure out. What's my rule? It has to be yellow. Okay. Here comes another one. You ready for this? A little, thick triangle. A big, thick blue square. What do you think my rule might be? There are two rules. It has to have corners, or it has to be thick. Okay, but remember there can only be one rule. So see if the next shape helps you figure out my rule. So what do you think my rule is? You think it has to have corners? All right, let's see. I'm going to add one more. Ready for it? What's my rule? It has to have corners. All right, here comes another one. A thin little red square. And a big, thin red rectangle. There are a couple rules that are happening right now. It could be that my rule is it has to be red. It could be that my rule is it has to be thin. It could be that my rule is it has to have 4 corners. All right. See if the next shape takes away one of those rules. All right, so which rule can it not be? It can't be red, right? Because this one does not fit the rule. So we have 2 rules left. 4 corners or thin shape. Ready? Okay, here we go. Does that help you at all? Nope, because it's still thin and it still has 4 corners. Tricked ya. All right, this one I promise is going to help you figure out what the rule is. Are you ready? What is my rule? That's right, it has to have 4 corners because they are not the same color. They are not the same shape. They are not the same thickness, but they all have 4 corners. Okay, ready for another one? A little thick blue triangle and a little thin blue circle. What's my rule? There are 2 possible rules right now. My rule might be that it has to be blue, or my rule might be that it has to be little. One more shape and it will give it away. You ready? What's my rule? My rule is the shapes have to be little. So does this shape fit the rule? No, because it is big. Does this shape fit my rule? Yes, because it is little. So we can put that in here. My rule is all the shapes have to be little. All right, pre-K, I hope you had fun playing Guess My Rule. Did you know that you could play Guess My Rule at home? You could find different objects and you could make a collection of them. It could be maybe your cars, or it could be blocks that you have at home, or you could draw pictures and you could create your own version of Guess My Rule and play with your family. I hope you enjoyed this. We will play it again very soon, and I'll see if I can trick you. But today, I could not.